Florida student. He vents his frustration to his local school board, calling out the district's mask mandate. Said it's unfair to fourth graders and all kids like him. Look.
Teachers take their masks off while they yell at us kids and that we need to pull ours up. I asked my mom if there's a word for this, and she said there is. Hypocrisy. I know my teacher has asthma and everything, but I understand why it's hard for her to wear a mask, and I think she should have that choice. But I should too. I have allergies, and I feel really anxious with my face covered, but I'm not allowed a mask break like her. All this seems unfair, and it doesn't make sense.
Wow, how impressive is that? 10-year-old John Provenzano and his parents, Michael and Erica, join us now. John, that was so impressive. Were you nervous?
Maybe just a little bit, but no, I wanted to take a stand.
What has the reaction been? Because I watched you on Tucker's show last night. What's the reaction been from your friends, other fourth graders, other kids in your school? Do you feel as though they feel the same way as you?
I haven't actually been in school yet, so I've been out of school for like 1 or 2 days now. So today I'm going back, and I will see their actual reaction.
Right, but they're not happy about wearing a mask either, are they?
Yeah, they're not happy. Nowhere close to happy.
Wow, I understand that too. Michael, I watched you being pulled out of that meeting because you were telling me you went a few seconds over. What was your message to the school board?
My message has been simple for the last couple of months. It's personal choice, personal freedom. The parents know best. Mask optional should work for everyone. Folks that have been vaccinated are taken care of. Those that haven't been vaccinated but want to wear a mask because masks work and they protect people, they think they can wear their mask. And those that don't feel that a mask is necessary should have that option. So it's always been about choice. It seems like it's common sense to me. Our numbers have been great here in the school. We have less than 2% positivity rate in our school district in terms of positive COVID cases. My son and daughter hadn't had a case in their school in over 11 weeks. Our county, for the month of March, averaged less than a 5% positivity rate. So we started asking questions in February. Simple question: when do we go to mask optional? When does this end? Because they put this mask mandate in place with no real transparency in terms of what's the objective evidence that we can look at in terms of when we come out of this mask mandate.
Yeah. No end in sight.
Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah, I was just going to add to that. There's been no end in sight.
Erica, they say that they're protecting your kids. We have a coronavirus. Are they looking at the stats that show if a kid gets it, they're not going to suffer detrimentally or more detrimentally than they would the flu? But we're still sending our kids to the flu for 200 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. As far as if they're looking at the science and the data, we don't really know because they don't explain themselves. They don't give their justification for continuing with the mask mandates. I mean, in our state of Florida, we've never had a state mask mandate. Our local county lifted their mask mandate, I think, 11 months ago. So they're the last ones. Our children are the last ones left in masks.
Yeah, John, we're trying to get back to normal here in the state of Florida, and that's happening everywhere other than our schools. Why are we still punishing the children?
John, what is it like? I know you have allergies, and that makes it tough. But does it also affect the way you behave when you sit there and have something over your face? You explained to me that people can't even recognize you, but what is it like having that over your face all day?
Well, it's almost like, wait, who's this and who's that? It's like I don't recognize anyone until like recess. I'm like, oh hey. Until they take their masks off. I'm like, oh hey. They're like, who are you? I take my mask off. It's me, John. I'm like, oh hey, John. But like, it's just this simple state of like, do we even know any other people? It's like, we're just dehumanizing. That's all. I'm
going to read you with this. Tell me if this makes you feel better. This is what your county school district said. as has been the case since the district was one of the first school systems in the nation to successfully reopen for in-person instruction in August. We continue to focus on protecting the health and safety of all students and staff. And John, what do you say to your the adults in your school, the supervisors and teachers, that say they're just trying to keep you safe?
I just honestly wonder is like, if you guys can't put aspirin or sunscreen on us, what, you have the authority to put us in such a medical state? It's like, you really have that much power?
Yeah, masks are medical devices. I mean,
they are.
In my children's school, they can't put sunblock on my child without my permission. They can't give them Tylenol without my permission.
Except they can give us out masks if you don't have a mask.
Right. And John, I totally understand. I think you're speaking for a lot of fourth graders around the country that don't even have the freedom that Florida's given you. But Michael, lastly, you wanted to say the same thing. And they hold you out with security by saying, I give my permission for my child not to wear a mask in school. Have you ever been, what was that like, having security put their hands on you and push you out the door?
Yeah, it was surreal. I mean, again, this just shows how out of touch our school board is. It was a complete overreach. You can't even have an adult conversation with them and give them an opposing view. You ask them to be accountable for their decision, and they can't. They had the police remove me, and then they told me I trespassed, and now I think I'm going to be banned from future school board meetings. So their answer to this is let's silence and remove people who don't agree with them.
Well, John, I think adults have let you down. I think they let down all kids, students around the country, from the kindergartners all the way through the seniors in high school. And I'm so glad you're speaking up. And I think when you go to school today, people are going to say, John, thanks for speaking for all of us. Because stop protecting us. We can handle it.